Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Erica and I cannot wait to jump into today's crafting tutorial because we are going to be doing another super fun and easy Christmas craft. Today we are going to be making our very own felt gingerbread men. So I am so stoked to jump in this craft, not only because these are super fun and easy to make and you can decorate them however you want to match your own decor, but also because this is a great craft to do with your kiddos, your grandkids, your nieces or nephews or whatever, especially if you already had the little gingerbread men cut out and ready to go, and then you could just help your kiddos assemble them, but then they could decorate these however they wanted. The possibilities are literally endless as to what these can be used for. They can be a little vase or bowl filler. You could put these on a garland. You could glue some twine on there and they could hang as ornaments on your tree. You could make a wreath out of these. You could display them on a tiered tray or an adorable little plate as cookies for Santa. So I saw several versions of these cute little felt gingerbread men on Pinterest, and that's what inspired these. And then I came across this super helpful YouTube tutorial from Mother Time, I think. I will link that video down below for you guys because I found that video super helpful in making these. Now I did do a handful of things just a little bit differently. Obviously, just do whatever you prefer or whatever works better for you. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right guys, so for this craft, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need whatever fabric you want to use for your gingerbread men. I got this like felt type of fabric from Hobby Lobby. It was $6.99 per yard. I ended up getting 2 yards, but you could opt for a less expensive fabric. They had some that were $5.99 and I even saw some that were $4.99 that you could use for gingerbread men also. It was like the same type of color. It was just a different type of material, but anything could work. I really just like the way these like little felt ornaments and bowl fillers look. So I'm going to be using this felt material today. And then we are also going to be using our glue gun. So you're also going to need some glue sticks on standby, a pair of good scissors or some fabric cutting scissors, whatever you have, different types of ribbon. I got these all from Hobby Lobby because all of their ribbon was on sale. And then just for some extra decoration, if you want to, you can use some 3D fabric paint, which is what I'm using. You could even use acrylic paint, fabric paint pens. It's just whatever you prefer or want to do. And then to fill our gingerbread man, you can use recycled paper or some stuffing from some old pillows. I got a bag of polyfill at Hobby Lobby because it was only $3.57 for this large bag. And I think I'm going to be making quite a few gingerbread men. So I just wanted to have a whole bag in case I needed it. And then if you're wanting to make your gingerbread men into ornaments, then I recommend, using like some twine or something, but you could obviously use like some thinner ribbons if you wanted to do that as well. All right, guys. Well, I'm so stoked to jump into this craft, so let's get started. So I have a section cut off from my 2 yards of fabric here, and I have it double layered. So I've printed off a gingerbread man template. I just Googled gingerbread man template and then I found this one. So then I just saved that photo, imported it to my Procreate, and then made a smaller and a larger one because I wanted some different sized ones. And then I printed that out on some cardstock. So now I'm just going to cut out these gingerbread men so that I have like a template so that I can make all of my gingerbread men uniform. Okay, there's one. Okay, and there is my larger template. All right, guys, so now that we have these cut out, we will go ahead and trace over these so that we know exactly where to cut out. You could pin these down if you wanted to. I just prefer to trace and then cut. Now, I do want to mention that before I lay these gingerbread down to start tracing, I did flip my fabric over. So the softer side is on the inside because remember it's folded in half. So that is a double layer. Now I do want to mention that I did flip my fabric over before I started tracing. So the softer part of the felt is actually on the inside. And this is like the more scratchy side because I wanted my marker lines to be on what's going to be the inside of the gingerbread man. Okay, I'm just separating them so it's a little bit easier to kind of maneuver around. Okay, so there's our first one. So now I'm gonna go ahead and flip it inside out so that the soft side is back on the outside, because we're going to be gluing the inside edges together. So I wanted to try out cutting out the felt on my maker just to save my hands from getting blisters from the scissors, cutting out all these gingerbread men. So just so you know, if you do have a Cricut maker and you have a rotary blade, you can cut felt on your Cricut maker. Now I have heard that the Cricut Explorers can also do it. You may just have to do a couple of pass-throughs and it might just be a little bit more tedious than with the maker, but I just tried it out with my maker, and as you can see, it cut it out beautifully. Now I did line the back of my felt with transfer paper so that I wouldn't get all of the like felt residue like that all over my mat. So I do recommend, if you are cutting your felt out with your Cricut maker, laying something down. I laid transfer tape down, sticky side facing up so that my felt could stick down to the transfer tape, but just so that I can peel it off and I won't have to scrape off or clean my mat after I'm done. I will have minimal fabric stuck to my mat. So just wanted to mention that in case you have a Cricut maker and a rotary blade. All right, guys, obviously my 2 yards of fabric is going to make way more gingerbread men than this, but we are going to start out with a handful. So now you have two options. You can either sew your gingerbread men together if you would like, but I'm taking the easier route and using my hot glue gun. So I already have my hot glue gun heated up over here. So I am just going to put some hot glue on the edges of this gingerbread man. And we are just going to continue gluing around the edges until we just have a small gap where we can fill our gingerbread men with our stuffing. Okay, so now our gingerbread man is glued together and we just have a small little gap here that we haven't glued down yet, where we are going to put our stuffing in. So then I'm just sticking my polyfill in and kind of just shoving it where I need it to go. And we are just going to do this until we have it completely full. Okay, and then once you have finished stuffing your gingerbread man, you're just going to take your hot glue gun and finish gluing that little edge together where you were shoving the stuffing in. And then you can kind of flatten it out and maneuver the rest of that stuffing around once you have it all glued together. And then I just go around and trim anything that is necessary. Like sometimes there's kind of like some hardened felt because of the hot glue, or you might just have some like hot glue strings that you just want to pull off or trim off. So I'm just going around and making sure it looks good everywhere and everything is enclosed. All right, so this one is ready to be decorated. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this one to the side and we will go ahead and finish gluing and stuffing the rest of these gingerbread men. right, so now that my gingerbread men are completely stuffed and glued all the way around the edges and trimmed down, now for the fun part, and we are ready to decorate them. So for this one, I'm just going to make it look like a classic gingerbread man. So I'm using white puffy paint so that it looks kind of like realistic icing. So there is my first little gingerbread man. I think he looks so cute. So I'm going to set him aside so that that puffy paint can dry. Okay, so I've glued on my little squiggly ribbon. So now I'm just gonna trim it perfectly to the edges. All right, so now that I've trimmed down all that ribbon, now I can finish decorating this one. All right, so there is my next finished gingerbread man. So I'm gonna set him aside so that that puffy paint can dry also. Alright guys, now that my gingerbread men are all decorated, I'm going to let them set for several hours until all that puffy paint is completely dried. Ugh, I love how all of my little gingerbread men came out. They are so stinking cute. I loved how easy and fun this craft was. Like I said before, this is such a great family-friendly craft that you can do together, and the possibilities are just endless on what you can use these for and how you can decorate them. So that is where I'm gonna leave you guys today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, if you did like this video, please let me know that you liked it by giving me a big thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop a comment down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. And if you're watching this video and you're not already subscribed to my channel, then make sure you click that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.